Good morning, traders. Jefferson Fossey here with Walsh Trading. Happy Wednesday, everyone. It is Wednesday, November 12th. It's a couple ticks here after 7:45 here in the morning. Grain markets just paused here for their overnight session here. Let's take a look and see what the markets did yesterday, what may have happened here overnight, what might happen here later on today. Please keep in mind futures trading does involve substantial amounts of risk, certainly not suitable for all investors, traders, or producers. So starting off as we usually do here with the cattle markets, December cattle here 135 lower yesterday, 227.20. You did have higher highs, higher lows here yesterday, but finishing just a little bit lower. 10-day moving average support held. That's at 227.20. You've got 100-day moving average resistance here on my chart. That's 229.84. Call that 230 here for the sake of round numbers. So the market really does need to get back up above that 100-day moving average to kind of reignite the bulls. Big bullish day here on Monday, but they need more follow through. I think yesterday might have just been turnaround Tuesday trade, and in the markets, nobody was really willing to push the market one way or another, especially with expanded limits that we had yesterday. Not so much here today. So yeah, higher highs, higher lows for feeders, or for fat cattle anyway. I think that 10-day moving average support held. Look for it to get up above that 100-day average. Looks like it wants to go higher, but we got to wait and find out, see if it's actually got it. January feeders here yesterday up 32. Closed at 329.15. Red candle though on the day, well off their highs. Closing pretty much on the lows of the day here. We got as low as what, 328.87. They settled at 329.15, so just a few ticks off there. There is a very, very, very small gap here from Monday's high. That was 328.82. Yesterday's low was 87. So there's a couple ticks that they do need to fill in there. 10-day moving average giving you support here, 329.15. Much like fat cattle, got to get up over that 100-day average. That's at 336.10 to kind of get the bulls reignited. Big bullish engulfment here on Monday. Hopefully for the bullish traders out there, yesterday was just turnaround Tuesday and the market keeps going up. Hog market here yesterday. I've got the February hogs on my chart here today. Rollover is happening, and February's got all the volume in the open interest now. February lean hogs were up 40 here yesterday, adding to the 347 that they gained here on Monday. Big strong day to start off the week. They did run into resistance here at that 200-day moving average. That's that purple line you see there. Yesterday was 83.43 is where that resistance level is, but higher highs, higher lows. Market's trading up above that 5 and 10-day moving average. 10 days the closest. That's at 81.62. Stochastics pointing higher. If we can get through that 200-day moving average, could give the market a nice enough of a bullish push here to go up and test that 100-day prop around 86.50 or so. December corn here. Yesterday, another update, 2 1/4 higher. So we've had 2 in a row here. This start off the week. Monday we're up 2 1/2. Today we're up 2, or yesterday up 2 1/4. This morning, and we're down about 1/2 cent. Not a whole lot of direction on that there. Rollovers also occurring here in the grain markets. March definitely leading the way here as far as open interest goes now, but December still has the edge as far as daily trading volume. March corn here, short, much like the December short-term averages rolled to the sell side here with Monday's trade, but we've been higher here all week. There is that 200-day moving average. That's at 450.5. Everybody's looking forward to the WASDE here on Friday. We're finally getting some estimates of what people are expecting. The last estimate for corn production was 16.8 billion bushels. General trade expectation is for it to be about 16.5, lowering the yield by about 2.5 bushels here, down to 184 bushels an acre. We'll get that on Friday here, a couple days hence, and that'll come out, I believe, at 11 a.m. January soybeans here. Yesterday, they were down 2 3/4, kind of an inside day relative to Monday's trade. Also kind of, not quite textbook, but pretty close to being a doji or an equilibrium day here in soybeans. Overnight, we did see them spike higher, get up to 11.34 half, but they finished the night session here at 11.12. Or 11, 11.26 and 3/4, down just a half a cent, losing a little bit of momentum. Short-term averages 5-10 day are rolling over toward the sell side here. We're at awfully elevated levels here, or at least recently, for where the soybean market has been. Production there is expected to come in at 4.27 billion, just down a couple billion, or a couple 100,000 bushels from the 4.3 billion that they reported in September. Yields get trimmed just a little bit, 53.1 bushel average acre per acre versus 53.5 here in their last WASDE here in September. So soybeans getting a little bit weak here, or at least not getting as strong. Short-term averages are rolling over to the sell side there. Same thing with soy meal. 5-10 day moving averages making a bearish crossover here with today's trade. Yesterday we were down about $3, $3.10 lower to close at 316.90. This morning we're at 317.50, up 60 cents. But I do have some resistance here. The 5 and 10 day are above the market at 316.80 and 318.40 respectively. Market's getting a little bit heavy here, also in need of a bit of a retracement. Keep an eye on this one. The 50 and the 100 day did make a bullish crossover here late last week, so that is relatively supportive, but short-term averages are rolling over to the sell side here in soy meal. Same thing with the January meal here as well. Those are rolling over to the sell side. Also look for Fibonacci support here at 314.5. We're down to about 307 or so there. Looking at soybean oil. January bean oil here continuing the strength that it had earlier, or started the week off. Monday we were up 90. Yesterday, Tuesday, we were up 52. This morning, we're down just a little bit, coming back to that 50-day moving average support. January bean oil is down about 28. If you're bullish, this market, 5-10-day moving averages turned over to the bullish side here with Monday's trade. 50-day moving average should give you support. That's at 50.94 here this morning. Might be a good entry point if you're looking to get into a market here from the long side. Looking over toward the wheat market. Chicago wheat, well, the March contract continues to fade lower. Short-term averages there, it's tough to see because it's buried behind this ginormous red candle that they're building here today. Wheat's down 7 3/4, almost 8 cents lower at 5.44. Even here in the March contract, December's doing the same thing. Equilibrium days, doji's here yesterday in the December. March, kind of an equilibrium day. It was up a little bit, a penny and a quarter higher, but this morning's trade is certainly bearish, failing away from that 100-day moving average. That's up at 551 and a quarter here today. Looking at March KC wheat, same kind of thing. Short-term averages, you can barely see it, but there's that little white tick there, same that we have back here on the buy side in October. Very much an equilibrium day in March. KC wheat here yesterday has not tested that 100-day moving average, but it is fading back from it here. It's down about 6 cents here today, looking for wheat to probably trend lower here. Yeah, so everybody's waiting for the WASDE to come out here on Friday. New signals that I've got here on my charts here today. Got quite a few here. There's lots of stuff moving around here a little bit. First off, I've already covered the soybeans, the soy meal, the wheat, and the KC wheat. The next one up that I have a trade signal in here is December copper. 5 and 10-day moving averages hooking over to the buy side with today's trade. Currently that's trading 513.15. It's up about 6.5 cents or so here on the day. US dollar index, yeah, I had a signal in this yesterday, but the close way off the low, or a bit off the lows, kind of negated that. It erased it by here by the end of the day. The signal vanished. It's coming back here again today. We're right at 200-day moving average. That's at 99.48, offering resistance. 5 and 10-day making a bearish crossover here this morning. Dollar might want to get a little bit weaker. Treasury bonds, 30-year bonds are down 30 seconds here this morning, but 5 and 10-day moving averages turning over to the bullish side there. We're right at this, plus or minus the 50-day moving average here. Yesterday's trade and today. Yesterday they were up about a half a point, 30 seconds higher. This morning they're down about 5, but the short-term average is turning over to the bullish side here in the 30-year bond and also the 10-year note. That's at 112.28. It's down about 5 30 seconds here this morning, holding right along this trend line that I had drawn on the chart here a while ago. 5-10 days turning bullish. There is going to be that 50-day giving you some resistance here at 113.01, but the technical activity looks like the market does want to head higher. Last new signal that I have here today is in the Dow futures. December Dow yesterday was up 568. Big strong day. Contract high close by far. This morning we're up another 122 here in the Dow. 5 and 10-day moving average is hooking over toward the bullish side. Looks like that 50-day moving average, with a little bit of hindsight here, continues to hold as very, very good support here in the stock indexes. That's what I know here this morning, folks. A little bit longer than normal. I apologize for that. I appreciate you listening. Remember to like, share, give me a call if I can be of any service. Thank you much.